It's almost time. The 4-4 portal is fast approaching, and most people have no idea what's about to take place. They're already making the mistakes that will block their own growth. Because here's the truth, the biggest danger isn't the portal itself, it's how you enter it. And that's what no one is talking about. The 4-4 portal isn't just a wave of good vibes washing over the planet. It's an amplifier. It intensifies everything, your thoughts, your emotions, your frequency. That means if you're aligned, you rise. If you're not, well, let's just say the energy will show you exactly where you've been out of balance. And here's the part no one's talking about. This isn't just an opening for light, it's an opening, period. Meaning, if your energy isn't protected, you might start absorbing frequencies that don't exactly belong to you. And there's one thing almost everyone is doing every single day that's keeping them stuck in these low vibrations. Most people will enter the 4-4 portal doing this exact mistake without even realizing it. I'll break it down later, so stick around. But before that, there's something way more urgent. Because even if you're aligned, there's a hidden trap waiting, and most people fall into it without even knowing. If you've been doing the work, you're already in motion. If you've been choosing growth, choosing peace, choosing yourself, then this portal is already working for you. Things are shifting. Breakthroughs are closer than you think. But that's exactly where people mess up. Because most people lose the reward at the final stretch, not because they aren't worthy, but because they unconsciously pull themselves back into old cycles. They get impatient. They second-guess the process. They let their past programming trick them into thinking nothing's happening, right before everything is about to change. And listen, this isn't random. In spiritual numerology, 4 is the number of foundation, stability, structure, and divine alignment. It's the builder. This energy isn't just passing through, it's laying bricks for your future. So you need to know what not to do in the next few days. Because the biggest mistake people make, it's so small, so subtle, they don't even see it coming. The 4-4 portal is here to pull you out of the crowd, not deeper into it. Right now, a lot of people are feeling the pressure to blend in, to match the energy of their surroundings, to keep up with trends, social groups, so they don't feel left behind. But here's the truth. That pressure to conform is exactly what will block your upgrade. The 4-4 portal isn't just about spiritual growth, it's about authenticity. It amplifies what makes you different, what makes you powerful. If you suppress that, if you dim your own frequency just to fit in, you're literally muting the energy that's trying to elevate you. Fitting in is frequency death. This portal is here to break patterns, so if you suddenly feel like you don't relate to the people around you, good. If certain friendships, routines, or belief systems start feeling unnatural, let them go. You're being realigned, not rejected. A lot of people will fight this. They'll try to force themselves back into old dynamics just to feel safe. But safety isn't the goal here. Transformation is. So here's what you do. Let your weirdness take the lead. If your energy is shifting, if your interests are changing, if your intuition is nudging you in a new direction, follow it, even if no one around you understands. Because the 4-4 portal isn't just an energetic opening, it's a test of whether you're willing to step into your full, authentic power, or if you're still holding on to the comfort of who you used to be. And speaking of holding on, there's one thing people cling to that keeps them stuck in the past, and it's not what you think. Not every wound needs to be reopened to be healed. A lot of people think that deep spiritual work means constantly digging up their past, analyzing every trauma, unpacking every trigger. And yes, that work is important. But during portals like 4-4, it can backfire. This energy is about movement, acceleration, elevation. If you spend this time dragging yourself through old pain, replaying past mistakes, or obsessing over what's wrong with you, you're not transmuting your shadow, you're anchoring yourself to it. There's a fine line between healing and holding on. Some people get stuck in a loop of self-analysis, thinking that if they just find one more root cause, one more hidden wound, one more thing to fix, then they'll finally be free. But here's the real trap. The belief that you are broken is the only thing keeping you from your breakthrough. This portal is not about excavation, it's about expansion. Instead of looking for what still needs healing, focus on what's already healed. Instead of chasing your shadow, step into your light. Because the truth is, the next level of your spiritual evolution isn't waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for you to finally accept that you're already ready. If you have to force it, it's not from this portal. Every time an energy shift like this happens, people get restless. They want instant clarity, instant transformation, instant proof that something big is happening. And so they start pushing, forcing a breakthrough, chasing a sign, demanding a shift. But here's the truth. If you're forcing it, you're blocking it. The 4-4 portal doesn't work through pressure. It works through alignment. If you're scrambling, trying to make something happen just because it feels like the right time, you're actually moving further away from the very thing you want. That's the paradox. Real breakthroughs come when you stop trying to control every detail. The people who get the most out of this portal aren't the ones forcing their energy into place. They're the ones who trust the flow, who know that their frequency is already shifting, who let things unfold instead of wrestling with the process. So if you've been feeling that urgency, if you've been caught in that cycle of, I need a huge transformation right now, take a step back. Breathe. Let the energy move without trying to grip it so tightly. And speaking of things that grip you without you realizing it, remember when I said there's one thing almost everyone does every single day that drains their energy instantly? Well, pay attention because you're about to find out. Your words create your frequency, and the most dangerous ones are the ones you say to yourself. This might be the most overlooked mistake people make during a major shift. Not the people around them, not external negativity, not bad habits or missed rituals, but the way they talk to themselves, silently, in their own mind, all day long. Because every time you criticize yourself, every time you doubt yourself, every time you replay a moment, picking apart everything you should have done differently, you're lowering your vibration. You're reinforcing a frequency of self-doubt, of failure, of being stuck. Most people don't even realize they're doing it. It's automatic. A constant background loop of thoughts like, I'm not doing enough. What if I'm not really aligned? Maybe I'll never figure things out. And here's the problem. Your thoughts don't just reflect your energy, they program it. You can do all the spiritual work in the world. You can meditate, set intentions, cleanse your space, follow every ritual. But if your subconscious is feeding you negativity all day long, you're canceling out your own power. This portal is amplifying everything. If you keep letting those thoughts run unchecked, they'll take root deeper than ever. But if you shift them, if you catch yourself in those moments and redirect your energy, you can create an entirely new frequency for yourself. And that's exactly what this portal is for. Not to keep you in the same cycles, not to amplify old patterns, but to help you break them once and for all. But even if you fix your self-talk, there's something else that can still pull you back down. Something subtle, something sneaky. Your body is not separate from your spiritual energy, it's the container for it. One of the biggest mistakes people make during powerful energetic shifts, they forget the body. They focus on thoughts, manifestations, intentions, but the body is the first to feel the shift. The 4-4 portal isn't just a spiritual event, it's a full-body recalibration. And if you ignore that, you risk burning out before you even get the upgrade. Right now, your nervous system is processing more energy than usual. That's why so many people are feeling dizzy, foggy, restless, or even exhausted for no reason. It's not random. It's not just in your head. It's your system adjusting. And if you don't support it, that energy can turn into fatigue, headaches, anxiety, and even straight-up overwhelm. So listen to what your body is asking for. Hydration isn't optional right now. Movement isn't optional. Deep breathing isn't optional. If you sit in stagnant energy, if you ignore those signals, you'll short-circuit the entire download. Think of it like a power surge. Too much voltage with nowhere to go? You blow the fuse. That's what happens when you neglect your body during a shift like this. If you want to actually receive the full upgrade, your body has to be in the right state to hold it. This is not just a portal, it's a launch pad. A lot of people talk about portals like there's something you just experience. But this energy isn't just here to be felt. You can also use it to help yourself. This is about momentum, and when it arrives, you have the chance to take that momentum and apply it to something real. There is no better time to start something meaningful than during an energetic shift like this. Because when you begin something under this energy, it imprints with higher frequency momentum. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be started. If you've been waiting to take a step, this is it. This is the perfect time to start a habit you've been putting off, to commit to self-improvement in a way that actually sticks. Even the smallest first step taken right now will be amplified by the portal. Because here's the thing, the 4-4 portal isn't just about receiving energy, it's about what you do with it. Pick one long-term goal and take the first step during the portal. That's it. Whether it's drinking more water, starting a creative project, getting back into your body, or even just cleaning your space, it counts. The energy of the 4-4 portal will lock in that momentum and carry it forward. Don't overthink it, just begin. Regret is the heaviest frequency you can carry into a shift like this. If you step into this portal dragging the past behind you, it will pull you under. Not because you don't deserve to move forward, but because regret is an energy that traps. It loops. It replays. It convinces you that forward motion isn't possible because you're too busy looking back. And that's exactly how people block their own breakthroughs. Not because they aren't ready, not because they aren't capable, but because they don't allow themselves to step through without guilt. The mind loves to whisper, "I should have done more. I should have figured it out by now. I missed my chance." And if you believe that voice, if you let that energy dominate this shift, you will unconsciously reject the exact momentum you're meant to receive. But here's the truth. You are not late. You are not behind. And whatever you think you missed is an illusion, because you are standing at a new threshold right now. If the past truly mattered as much as your mind says it does, this opportunity wouldn't be coming, but it is. The 4-4 portal is almost here. Movement is possible. The only question is, will you be ready to take it? This is your chance to make a different decision before the shift arrives. To choose presence instead of regret. To meet this energy with an open frequency instead of a closed loop. because this portal won't care about your past. It will only respond to the energy you bring into it. And if you carry everything you wish you had done differently, you might block the very shift that's trying to reach you. Because this shift is for the version of you that's ready to step forward. And if you're here, if you're listening, then that version of you is already waiting. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.